All right, welcome back, everyone. Another episode of Beneath the Helmet here today, but a little bit different because I'm the only one here today. I'm going to jump on here and do a no guest podcast episode today.
It's time to ignite your soul and unlock your full potential. Join us on Beneath the Helmet, the podcast exploring firefighters' health and wellness. Hosted by retired Fire Chief Arjuna George, our podcast is the perfect place to start your journey towards becoming the best version of yourself. So come on, let's join the conversation and find out what sets your soul on fire.
And really, what I wanted to focus on was the Mental Health Day, World Mental Health Day, which is today, October 10th, 2024. And I thought, what a better way to share some personal thoughts straight from my heart. So I hope you stick around as we dive into this conversation on Beneath the Helmet today. So I want to start off with sharing this, I guess, is my very first nugget. Mental health is something we all face. Every single one of us, some days are great, some days aren't. And really, it's different for everyone. Some folks find it really easy to be resilient and they can bounce back much easier than others. And for others, sometimes it's like climbing a hill every single day. And you know what? That's totally okay. No one is alone in the struggle. We all need to support each other in whatever we can do. Sometimes the reason we're stressed out isn't that we're doing too much. It's that we're doing too little of what makes us feel most alive. I think that statement alone really resonates with me. I always kind of pictured and put together stress and burnout as doing too much. And as you can see, I'm still learning about stress and burnout. And my goal and my mission is to share that with the world. So every time I learn something new about stress and burnout, I want to share it with you, the listener. So I think it's a very powerful reminder because honestly, I thought most of my career, burnout and stress was due to doing too much, working overtime, working 24/7. And that definitely plays a role into it. But what I really realized recently is that true burnout is not taking your own self-leadership into consideration. It's doing essentially too little of what makes us feel most alive. Powerful statement right there. Too often we fill our days with tasks, responsibilities, and things we have to do, but we tend to forget about the things that really make us happy, bring us joy, provide us energy, and fulfill our purpose. So today I want to honor everyone out there who's trying to make it to the next day, the next moment. Your efforts are seen, they matter, and they are enough. To celebrate World Mental Health Day and spread some love, I'm doing a little special. I'm offering a free 90-minute TRE session, which is tension trauma release exercises, a key modality and self-care tool that has really helped me recover from burnout and something I use on a regular basis to maintain my own wellness. I'm going to offer this in honor of World Mental Health Day to one lucky person. So all you need to do is comment and share this episode on social media. Just tag me, share a little nugget that you really resonated with you from this short little episode. It's just my way of giving back and giving you a small step towards feeling a little bit better in your own life. I really look forward to connecting with whoever wins. I think today is also a great opportunity to talk about why Beneath the Helmet. So why do I do this? What's the purpose of the podcast? Well, really, it's about sharing experiences around self-leadership, mental health, and physical challenges. My real passion is to share stories around the mind, body, and spirit that help you become an elite firefighter, first responder, an elite person. I'm recently doing a workshop. We talked about elite, and that word has maybe a negative connotation to the world. And I think when I say elite, it doesn't necessarily mean that we are better than anyone else. In my view, when I say elite, an elite firefighter, elite police officer, it means you are the best that you can possibly be in that profession. It means you're putting in the time, the dedication, the hard work to show up as your best self. You are an example of self-leadership. And when you have self-leadership, you can show up strong, mentally, physically, spiritually. You are elite because not everyone's like that. So whenever I say elite, it has nothing nothing to do with being better than anyone else, in the words of shaming other people. It doesn't mean that the public is any less than us as firefighters or first responders. All it means is within our community of firefighters, first responders, those who put in the extra work on themselves, I consider elite, because it's a challenge to take care of your own mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. So every single guest that I've brought on so far, which have been incredible human beings, have gone through struggles in life. But what I really like about it and what really resonates with me is they all come with hope. They all come with tools and techniques and tips to help us thrive again. So it's not about staying stuck in those dark days. They're more about finding ways to thrive again. And to me, self leadership is really at the core of what I do here. It's about being the example of that which you admire to be at all times as a person. It's not easy. It's definitely not perfect. But if we aim to the qualities that we value the most, it leads us to growing and showing up better in the world. It improves our relationships. It improves our career. It improves our health. These are all things that hopefully this podcast provides you. My goal for this podcast is to be a space where you can take something practical, something tested, ideas, modalities, whatever that looks like, and try it out in your own life. One of my therapists early on in my recovery from burnout had this great visual that I like to share. And basically, he said, I'm going to give you a whole bunch of ideas, whole bunch of modalities, thoughts, techniques that you could try. I'm going to put them all out on the table. And by the end of the conversation, whatever resonates with you, you take home. You leave on the table whatever does not resonate with you. And I think that kind of transfers into this podcast as well. I believe that this podcast is very diverse in what we talk about. The topics are very diverse, still niched in the health and wellness aspect of being a firefighter. But we're talking about stuff that a lot of other podcasts are not talking about. So this is a place not for war stories, leaving you feeling hopeless. This podcast is all about hope, about actionable takeaways, and about community. This podcast is for all of you out there, firefighters, first responders, people who work with first responders, and of course, those that love them. But it goes way beyond that. Many people from all walks of life find value in these episodes. We're on episode 62 right now, which blows my mind. Very happy about that. And thank you to everyone who's signed up on your platform and follow us on YouTube and social media. This journey has grown in ways I never imagined. And today we're releasing season 2, episode 62, right here on World Mental Health Day. The podcast has been growing day by day, more followers, more subscribers. And I just want to have a shout out to all of you who are part of the community on social media and also on our podcast platforms. And if you're not subscribed, please do so. All it does is help Beneath the Helmet reach more ears and eyes across the world and help one individual just by you subscribing, by you liking something. Maybe somebody out there who's really struggling today will hear this podcast and get value out of it. So today I got 2 challenges for you. The first challenge is I want you to do something for yourself today. I want you to do something you've been kind of on your agenda, on your plan, on your to-do list that will help you show up better as a person today, tomorrow. This could be so many different things, whatever resonates with you, going for a walk, doing a meditation, doing a yoga class, doing some TRE, talking to a friend over coffee, whatever fills your energy up. So that's challenge number 1, is to do something for yourself today. Because honestly, we spend so much time serving and supporting other people that we often forget about ourselves in the process. And then number 2, my second challenge to you is to reach out to somebody that you haven't connected with in a while. Somebody who you love, you appreciate, you honor, but really life's gotten in the way and you haven't had a chance to reach out to them. Reach out to them, give them a phone call, a text, stop by, ask them out for a coffee, send them an email, whatever that looks like. Just that little personal touch from you today will mean a lot to somebody out there who's maybe going through a rough day today. So I'm just going to close with mental health. It's not a destination. It is a journey. It is a process. One day at a time, we will get through it. And on those tough days, I hope you remember that there's a community here beneath the helmet who's rooting for you, who's here to support you. On our Facebook group, great dialogue goes back and forth on different ideas and questions that are posed. It is a safe community to be a part of. One last thought. So in our journey through life, it's easy to get caught up in how fast we're moving, but it really is not about the speed. I always thought it was about the destination. I always thought the faster I can get to that destination, the better I'm going to be as a person. But through wisdom and getting older and wiser, it's really about the direction. So let's focus more on where we want to head to, not necessarily how fast to get there. So if you're feeling lost, take a moment to realign your compass. It's okay to take it slow as long as you're moving forward step by step, inch by inch, whatever makes you feel most alive. So thanks for listening today. I'm Arjuna George, your host on Beneath the Helmet. Let's keep lifting each other up. Don't forget to share this episode for a chance to win a private TRE session with me on Zoom. Take care of everyone, and I really appreciate your support on Beneath the Helmet. Let's continue this growth. Let's make this podcast worldwide so we can support first responders in every country. Until next time, stay well.
Thank you for tuning in to Beneath the Helmet. We hope that this podcast has provided you with valuable insights into the world of firefighters' health and wellness. Remember, caring for your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being is crucial to achieving optimal performance. Join us next time on Beneath the Helmet for more inspiring conversations. Until then, stay well.